Well, it was an attempt to lock illegal immigrants out of one Pennsylvania town, but a new court ruling is saying not so fast. The law in the city of Hazleton sought to penalize businesses who had decided that they were going to hire undocumented immigrants, also landlords who were agreeing that they would rent to undocumented immigrants. Well, it's been a tough tactic that now the courts have declared is not legal. Hazleton Mayor Louis Barletta is not giving up the fight, though. He joins me live. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Good morning, Karen. Nice to be here.
Are you disappointed or surprised with this federal ruling?
Well, I'm both disappointed, but I'm not surprised. You know, we expected this kind of decision from the judge. He gave indications during the course of the trial that he was not going to rule in our favor. For example, many of the plaintiffs who are suing us are illegal aliens who have gone by the name of John and Jane Doe. He has protected their identities. We were not allowed to find out who they really are. In fact, they did not even have to show up for the trial because they were afraid that they would be deported. So this is no surprise.
Does it strike you as a little bit odd, though, that, I mean, it's illegal under federal law to hire illegals, but when you try to crack down on it, the federal judge says that's illegal?
Yeah, and actually, you know, if you really read the decision, he's claiming that this is the job of the federal government, but obviously the federal government has failed us. They're not doing their job. So what is the city to do when they're seeing their quality of life being destroyed?
Well, I want to ask you about that, Mayor.
I took an oath of office.
I want to ask you about that. You say that illegal immigrants have brought with them drugs, they brought with them crime, gangs, and that your city is overwhelmed, the police force, as well as the schools and hospitals. Can you elaborate on the impact, the negative impact you say that illegal immigrants have had on your community?
Yeah, absolutely. For example, English as a second language in the year 2000, the budget was $500. Today, it is $1,145,000. Our small budget here in the city cannot absorb the cost of illegal immigration. Our population grew by 50%, but our earned income tax, which is our main source of revenue, remained the same. It is impossible for this city to provide services for people who are not paying taxes.
But if they're working, aren't they, and they're buying things within your community, aren't they contributing in some way to your finances?
Well, see, Karen, in America, we all pay taxes. We don't have the opportunity to pick and choose for some of us to pay taxes, and it's unfair to the hardworking taxpayers of this community, the legal citizens, that they should pay taxes, that they should pay for health care, that they should pay for education, and others do not. You know, this is not that type of country, and small communities cannot absorb the cost. It is literally breaking our budget, and when that happens, we can't provide public services. Our streets are not safe. Our playgrounds are not safe.
But how do you know it's the illegal immigrant, as opposed to the U.S. citizen? Do you have stats that show that it's the illegal immigrants that are causing your streets to be unsafe?
Well, yeah, absolutely. 30% of the gang members we have arrested in Hazleton are illegal aliens. 30% of the drug arrests in the last 2 years are illegal aliens. I don't have a magic number that I need to convince me that I shouldn't be spending taxpayers' money on people who shouldn't be here.
What do you say to the critics? What do you say to the critics that say you're anti-immigrant? Are you anti-immigrant?
No, I'm anti-illegal alien. Immigrants are welcome. There's a difference between immigrants and illegal aliens. Immigrants are people who've come into this country legally, and they are obviously welcome, and I'm their mayor, and I have an obligation to protect them. However, illegal aliens are here illegally, and they are using services of a city that is paid for by the taxpayers.
Okay, and
you know, some of those taxpayers, Karen, are also immigrants who are here legally, so
Gotcha.
I'm fighting to protect their dollars as well.
Let me just ask you real quick, where does it go from here? Are you fighting this ruling?
Oh, absolutely. This is a slip and not a fall. We're going to fight this to the Supreme Court if we have to. We will appeal to the Third Circuit Court in Philadelphia, and then from there on to the Supreme Court. Okay.
Mayor Louis Barletta of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, thanks for giving your side today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.